YouTubers and Monsuno fans, 24/7 here again for Monsuno 24/7 with our first Monsuno toy opening review brought to you by ToyGameEmporium.com here for Monsuno 24/7. For our first toy unboxing and review, we'll be doing a 2-pack here featuring Quickforce number 02 of Cortec and Spiderwolf number 10 of Eclipse. Within the packaging, they always have one core that you can kind of spin inside just to see how it spins. Give you a close-up look there. We'll give you a better look when they're on the packaging, but yep. So on the back here, give you a look at what it all shows here. Quickforce, it says controller is Bren, manufacturer Cortec, element Diamond, and special attack is Blind Wing. This was basically the signature monster or the featured monster of the second episode, which I'm sorry I haven't done a review for yet. I'll try to get the episode recap for episode number 2 up within 24 hours of this video. Been a very busy week for me, my apologies. And the other creature here, Monsuno involved, is Spiderwolf number 10. Controller is Lat, manufacturer Eclipse, element Serpentinite. Interesting. The special attack is Screaming Maelstrom. So, to use these guys, you load them up, you launch them, and you battle. We'll try to show that a little bit as well once we get opened up. You can join the battle at monsuno.com, it says. Spin to action, transform into battle. And here it just shows you a few more of the Monsuno characters that you can collect. Shows number 1 through 8 there. And then also shows the stock clip, strike launcher, wild core, and multi-launcher. And you can upper game with tops, additional game cards sold separately. I believe the trading cards come out March 5th, I believe. I still need to pre-order a case of those. I will be ordering a full booster case of those, so I'll have multiple boxes to open up on video for you guys, and those I'll for sure end up having available on ToyGamingEmporium.com. So enough of the packaging here. Well, also it just shows the same information on the side there that we saw on the back. So let's get this cracked open here and show you some more of these guys up close. Show you the trading cards, show you how they fold up. Hopefully we can figure that out without too much difficulty. If any of you have seen my videos on Bakugan Toys 24/7, you'll know that sometimes these kind of toys can be quite hard to fold up and figure out how to close. And I've had some difficulties with some Bakugan on that channel in the past, so hopefully we have some decent success getting these closed up and loaded into the cores. Okay, so we got a combat manual. Let's get everything all taken out here first. So you can see this core is actually kind of got a lot of plastic wrap on it so it can spin within the packaging for demonstration and that. Trading cards, Quickforce and Spiderwolf. Throw the trash onto the floor there. Since this is our first toy video, this will be our longest one we possibly ever do, just because there's more to review since it is our first one. For instance, we'll take a look at this combat manual in somewhat of detail here. Unless it looks too complex, maybe we'll do this in a separate video. So let's see. So it's 2 sides, doesn't look like it's too much to look at, so let's try to go over this at least briefly here. So the rules. Each player is trying to defeat the opposing player's Monsuno by reducing its hit points to 0. For this version of the game, players will only use the Monsuno card that matches their Monsuno figure. Strike cards are not used. So this is the Quick Core Combat version. So the setup here, you have a Monsuno card, a core and figure, a battlefield of about 2 feet it says, and then your opponent would have the same. Playing a smooth flat surface only. Each player starts with a core, Monsuno figure, and matching Monsuno card. And you always get a matching card with the figures, I believe. The space between players in the battlefield, let's see, the space between players, is the battlefield. Read that weirdly in my head. When the battlefield is set, both players say, Monsuno ready. So there again, core, Monsuno figure, Monsuno card. Here it just says you can practice your technique. Place index figure on core. Aim and press down in a backspin motion. Apply less backspin motion for a long distance launch. So to play, number 1, spin off. To determine which player attacks first, at the beginning of the game, both players launch their cores while saying Monsuno launch. The player whose core spins the longest is the attacker for the first combat. The other person becomes the defender. Number 2, the launch. The defender says Monsuno launch, then launches his or her core into a spinning motion within the battlefield area. The attacker has 1 chance to launch his or her core toward towards impact with the defender's spinning core. If the attacker misses, the turn is over. If the attacker's core impacts, combat begins, and we go on to step 3. Step number 3 is combat. If the attacker's core impacts with the defender's core and one or more Monsuno figures are released, attacker says Monsuno combat, and the defender's Monsuno takes damage equal to the values on any/all Monsuno figures that were released from their cores. Subtract the total strike damage from the defender's hit points. Damage can be tracked with coins or other small counters. So here you can see lock here, the attacker has 40, and you add that to the defender's 10 to get a total strike damage of 50. And on their card they have hit points, and it looks like Moonfire there, which has 10 as a defender there, has 140 hit points. So apparently 40 and 10 is 50, so he takes 50 damage, he'd have 90 hit points remaining. It says you then go back to step 2, switching off who is the attacker and defender. Repeat steps 2 and 3 until one player's Monsuno's hit points are reduced to 0. The other player wins the game. So if I understand that right, I'm guessing it's possible to only have one of the two come out of the cores. So say you're attacking with lock and the opponent's defending with Moonfire, as we see in the example here. If they collide and Moonfire is launched from the capsule, from the core, but lock is not, I'm guessing Moonfire would then take 10 strike damage. I could be mistaken. If I'm understanding this wrong, please come and let me know. But that's how I'm interpreting that on there. Now in the back here we got Quick Core Combat and Strike Card, the next level gameplay. This I'll do in a separate video just so this video doesn't get too enormously long. At least we know how to do the quick setup so we can kind of do possibly a short little demonstration here. And with that, it sounds like you launch one at a time, in which case I can do them as like a mini battle with just myself and not having anyone else to launch at the same time. So that's kind of nice. So next up here, let's see, trading cards. Looks like they're actually kind of in an oversized sleeve. So I'll make sure I don't damage the cards. Okay, that tears pretty easily, so that's nice. So take a look here at Quickfire. Quickfire, okay, this isn't his actual character card yet. The character cards have a black background. The strike cards, I guess they are, have the silver background. Let's look at those first here. So you have Bashing Siege, which has 1 launch, 0 speed, and 30 up there, which I'm going to guess is like the strength of the attack. It's an upgrade to gain 2 speed. There's a 1 there. Perhaps I should look over the rules just so I understand these cards better. Let's see if we can take a quick glance at that. Maybe not go over the full rules, just see what the stuff means here. Okay, so for the strike card you're looking at right now, I believe. Let's see. So it says strike card. Just trying to see where it shows everything. Actually, it might show more up top. Let's see. So attack strike card. So the symbol in the corner is the strike type. And in Locke's case there with a 50, it's a powered up strike. Powered up strike damage, 50. Let's see. Monsuno figure, we know about that. Monsuno card, strike card. For complete strike card rules, go to Monsuno.com. Unless that changed in the last few days, I don't think they're even on there yet, so maybe we won't know everything yet. It says a strike card includes information about different types of Monsuno attacks. For Quick Core Combat and Quick Core Combat Plus, you will only refer to the strike type, which again is this symbol down there. So I guess it doesn't really even say on here all the information about the strike cards. So, but I'm going to assume that if you are able to play this, again, I'm not sure. Launch 1, maybe that means you can use it on turn 1, the first launch of the game, your match, whatever you want to call it. And that, again, what did I say that was? That is the strike type. So not sure what the different names of those are or anything, but hope you'll figure that out soon. Speed 0. Some other symbols here that probably have different meanings, but again, it's not on the instruction sheet, so if it's on Monsuno.com, I'll go over it and I'll try to make a separate video going over the details of that. And I guess that 30 up there is like the strength of the attack. Then we got Blind Wind here, which has 20, I'm guessing, attack strength. Launch of 2, speed of 4. And it's actually got different colored in the corner there, so maybe that means it's different rarity. Maybe black is common and that goldish, copperish color is maybe an uncommon or something. Not sure. Special upgrade, Quickforce, gain +5 speed. And also there's a gain +5 speed there. I guess you can use that twice then, so the list twice. Again, not positive. And then here is the Spiderwolf card. He has 120 hit points. Not positive what the 0 up in the corner there signifies. Doesn't say on the instructions either. Launch of 4, speed of 2. Beast resistant. This Monsuno gets +10 damage to its direct strike cards. And you can see he's got the 30 and 2 different symbols there. So that's a powered up strike with 30 powered up strike damage according to the instruction sheet. And he's got a different colored symbol down there too. And it looks like there's a total of 156 cards in this first set. So then take a look at the other ones here. Kind of weird that looks like they actually have like the attacks that would go a Spiderwolf packaged with the Quickforce card. Seems kind of backwards. So the two Spiderwolf related cards here then are Screaming Maelstrom. Launch 1, speed of 9. Got 20 up in the corner. Special, Spiderwolf takes 20 damage. This card gains +40 damage. Got Faultless Siege, 20. Launch 2, speed of 5. And this one just has flavor text that says, some Monsuno are obviously more aggressive than others. And then Quickforce, the character card, Monsuno card. That's the technical name, Monsuno card, okay. He's got 120 hit points, so same as Spiderwolf. They both have the 0 in the upper corner. Launch of 4, speed of 3. So slightly quicker than Spiderwolf, same launch. Beast Soaring. Nice horsey, good horsey. That's a quote from Bren. I think that was in the second episode as well. And he's got a powered up strike damage of 40 with 2 symbols there. One of their symbols is the same, then they have one different one each. So on the cards we got here, it looks like there's a total of 3 different images there, which are the strike types. So we'll try to learn more about that ASAP. And now take a look at the actual figures. So here's Quickforce. So basically, single packs retail for $8. 2 packs are 15 and 4 packs are like 20 or 30. Depends where you buy them too. So basically for every $7 to $8 you spend, you get 1 Monsuno character, 1 Monsuno core, and 3 trading cards. So some of these, obviously you can see they kind of like spring back into spots. So when you actually fold these up, you have to kind of hold on to them as you get them into the core. And they all have this little shaped part somewhere on them, which is basically what locks into the core on the inside there, from my understanding. So let's see, do I have to fold the horns up at all, or looks like the horns might be okay. So just fold his head down like so, fold his legs back and forward. So as you can see, if you let go, it all comes back apart. So you gotta hold it all into place, which can be a little bit difficult probably. And you want to put that end first into there. So once you get it in there, you can obviously let go. He'll kind of open up a little bit, but not so much he's going to pop out or anything. And then you can click him into place like so. And then when there's impact on the Monsuno on the end at least, like so, they pop out. And at least this one, for instance, actually pops out fully like you want him to. Some I know you need to manually fold out certain parts. So let's stick him back in there for now then. And let's take a look at the Spiderwolf. In a minute here, I'll look at the hit points on Quickforce. He's got 20. They all have that symbol somewhere on them with a number inside. Let's see. So that is basically the strike damage. The attacker, the defender, that works the same. Again, when you're in combat, anytime any of the Monsuno come out of the cores, you add up the numbers on there to get the strike damage of the attack. So let's see, to fold this guy up might be a little more interesting. You can see his locking part is back there. So that part where you can actually fold down like that, it stays in place. Okay, so his legs kind of manually move as well. So he's a lot more manual. Okay, looks like his legs have to go back because you're going to have the long oval shape. If I put him down, he's probably too thick. Then for his arms up here, let's see if we can figure that out. Let's see. Do they rotate? You can see they rotate back like so. You can bring it in like that. So that is how he looks when he enters the core then. So he's a little bit more complex, I guess, than Quickforce, but still not all that difficult, especially compared to some Bakugan at least, from my experience. Lock him in there. Actually, I have him sticking out a little bit there. You can see his like toes or claws, which actually looks like they may fold back. Let's just take him out once. And let's take one more look here. See, he launches out, his spider-like legs are ready for action, but his legs you have to manually move to have his like proper shape or whatever. But again, when we fold these back, looks like the toes are actually jointed, and we can fold those. Looks like we want to fold those downward, like so. Otherwise, they will stick out a little bit from the core, which probably isn't that big of a deal, but it could have an effect on things. So I'll make sure it's all good. So you can see nothing's popping out there. So now we're gonna attempt to launch these guys and let's see what happens. This is my first time ever spraying a core, so if I fail miserably, don't laugh. And all these kind of have a certain area that's supposed to be more comfortable to launch them with. And they also have a locking mechanism. So I lower that like so, that locks it, and then he's not gonna pop out. But if I unlock it and do the same thing, he will pop out. So if you want to just practice spinning, you can lock it, and then you don't have to worry about them popping out, and you keep the extra weight and everything like that for practice. Alright, so now we'll try to actually launch the cores. Camera probably I cut away there because I need to make some more space. So let's just see if I can do this without making the camera fall or anything. So it's pretty hard to do it on this table, how I have it right now. Let's see if I can do it a little bit harder. There we go. Launch right into the back wall there, so he actually popped out. Core can continue to spin after he's launched out, I guess. While we have him out though, let's find where his number is. Let's see. Shouldn't be that hard to find. Unless I'm just blind, but I am not seeing it. Interesting. The arrow was on the chest. Oh, I see it. Okay, it actually has, wings here that fold out. So he has, looks like just 10 strike damage for him. So that is obviously the minimum. So I didn't realize he has these wings that can fold out. They weren't out when I took them out of the packaging, so that's his manual part that you'll have to fold out if you wish to. So to close him back up, you'll do that first. Then the rest, the order doesn't really matter, and he goes in pretty simply. Okay. So now what I'll try to do is actually launch two at once. Again, I have pretty limited space here, being on a table. I'm just gonna back this up. I'm not gonna worry about what's all showing here. I'll just expose the table like that so we have a little more space. I know you'll see beyond the back screen there, no big deal. I'll try to launch them kind of at an angle so they possibly collide and just see how that works. I'm right-handed, so we'll see how well this guy moves. This one's a little less obvious on which parts are like the easy ones or the more comfortable ones to use, but we'll see what happens here. See if I can get him to actually collide. That wasn't the best launch, obviously, but we had Quickforce come out, and on the floor, actually, Spiderwolf also popped out, but that's probably from the impact of the floor. So let's say that Spiderwolf actually stayed in the core, in which case you would only take the strike damage number off of Quickforce and say 10 damage happened. Depends on who's the attacker and defender as well. It's kind of hard to do with one person, I guess. Once I get more open and when the trading cards come out, I'll try to do like actual full battles with another person. Give you guys a better feel for that. So I think that'll pretty much do it for this first toy review. We're almost 20 minutes already, so there's one more look at our two guys here, Quickforce and Spiderwolf. I know they're not fully opened up, but anyways, if you haven't already, guys, please subscribe. You can then get email alerts for our future videos here at Monsuno 24/7. We got a lot more toy unboxings to do. I'll try to keep up with the episode recaps unless people just don't seem interested in them. I know the first one is not getting that many views and has the most dislikes of any of the videos thus far, so not sure those are going to be worth doing or not. I'll try to do at least a few more and see how the views and likes and dislikes go. But anyways, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up for our first toy unboxing here of Monsuno Toys. Check out our other channels and check out toygamingemporium.com for all of your toy and gaming needs. Don't have any Monsuno stuff on there just yet as of when this video is recorded. I may get the toys up there at some point, but when the trading cards come out, I'll for sure have trading cards on toygamingemporium.com once they're released. So stay tuned for that. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next video.